What is going on, guys? Pansy here, and welcome to my patch note breakdown for December 24th. We got some good patch notes here. We're getting a new class. There's going to be freebies thanks to Christmas and the Calpheon Ball stuff. So a lot of nice things coming in this patch. Let's get to it. First up, of course, the Deadeye class, inspired by the American West. This is going to be a class which doesn't have an awakening. It's going to be like Archer and Scholar. So it's going to have the main hand, awakening weapon, and the main hand is going to get 100% of its main hand AP. The ascension weapon, the awakening weapon, is going to take 70% from the awakening and 30% from the main hand. So it's one of those classes. They put in a lot of videos here. So they have like a comic introducing her backstory and a couple other videos going through her journey and how she's entered the Black Desert universe in a sense. And yeah, it's pretty nice that they put in the effort here, and they put a lot of thought into her design and stuff. Of course, it is a cowgirl in booty shorts, so cash grab. PA is really hurting for that NA money because NAEU is the highest earning region, and they're like, we need that money. We're gonna give them cowboy hats, cowboy boots, guns, and a hot chick. Anyway, getting into the patch notes. So we have the free tier 10. If you're new and you don't have a tier 10 of your own, I would definitely recommend getting the Pegasus. It really changes how you traverse the world, and I love it. It is so much fun. And these horses, they're going to be coming with all the skills learned and trained, so you won't have to do any of that. So definitely recommend Pegasus. But me personally, I already have the Pegasus since I tapped it. And I have two tier 9 Doom horses, which I'm going to tap into tier 10 myself. So I'm going to pick the Unicorn, and this is going to give me like a pathway to the Kragdala Sanctuary. So that's pretty cool. Here's just some recaps on the special unique skills of each horse. Of course, Doom horse, very fast, can deal some good damage. Pegasus flies, and the Unicorn runs on water. All right, next up is the season server. So we're seeing some changes to seasonals, and that's going to be in the expansion of the Tuvala Gear. So they're going to allow you to enhance a Tuvala weapon to Dec from pen and a Tuvala accessory. So you can then, once they are at Dec, you can convert them into a pen Blackstar or a Tet Karazad. So that's going to be a really nice little addition to those of us who haven't been grinding in the main game, right? You know, I don't have a sovereign weapon at all. I have two main hand pen Blackstars, and I have one awakening pen Blackstar. This is going to help me get that second awakening pen Blackstar, and if I ever choose to, you know, get back into grinding and playing, I'll have it ready to go. So anyway, they added this new box, which gives you a bunch of freebies. There's this item, the Patricio's Pocket Watch, which can instantly boost a character to level 61. So this is pretty cool. So upon reaching level 60 with your season character, you can claim the Radiant Start Box from Challenge. So adventurers who already received the Radiant Start Box from Season Plus Plus can also get Season's Dream Radiant Start Box. So no restriction there, I guess. Basically, you can take an all to 61, looks like, and you get all these free items from that box as well. You get all Tet boss weapons and armors, and you get Kaposha accessories. A lot of freebies. So they added a bunch of new quests. These are going to be in line with not just the Pen to Dec system, but also additional bonuses. You get the Marnie's Stone of Ascent, kill a piece of old moons. You get Atanis elements from this one. That's really huge. That's like a pot piece right there. I don't know if it's like a reward for each of this quest. I'll have to log in and see, but you know, a free pot piece right there is great. And look at all these fail stacks you get from the leveling 8 breaking limits quest. So that is a lot of fail stacks right here, up to like a 150. That's crazy. So the Essence of Ascent weapon and Essence of Ascent accessory, these are the items that you're going to be using to convert your, well, basically enhance one of your Tuvala weapons to from pen to hex, and one of your accessories from pen to hex, and that's going to unlock the ability to enhance it all the way to Dec. So yeah, these are the quests which allow you to hand over the Dec Tuvala weapon for the pen Blackstar and the Dec accessory for the Tet Karazad. And finally, you have the Marnie Stones of Ascent, which can be exchanged for 600 Kafra Stone with Wacky Toshi. All right, now let's take a look at the Tuvala weapon enhancing. So going from Hex to Dec. So in order to get the Hex weapon, it's just going to be a free boost from Pen to Hex using the Essence of Ascent for a weapon or accessory. And that'll unlock the ability to enhance them. So looking at the Hex all the way to Dec here, So doesn't seem too terrible. I think PA estimated it's gonna cost players about 20 to 30 billion silver worth of material. So, here's the concentrated magical black stones. You need 15, 25, 35, and 50 for the taps. And the sample enhancement fail stacks they use is 100, 120, 140, and 160. So going from a hex to sep, it doesn't downgrade. So you won't need to use any cron stones there. That's going to be a 16.5% success rate. And there's a fail stack, or sorry, Agris essence of 10. Then going from sep to oct, it's going to be 13%, then 11.2%, and 10.2 using these recommended fail stacks. And the cronstone cost goes from 220, 260 to 355. And yeah, pretty decent Agris essence fail stacks here. So it shouldn't be too terrible to tap this. Definitely a lot easier than tapping a Pen Blackstar or Godride the old-fashioned way. So yeah, get your second weapons, second quote-unquote free. It's not free, but the second easily obtained Pen Blackstar weapons. Then the Tuvala accessories. This looks like it's not going to take any crown stones, and it's a straight tap. Interesting. I thought, knowing PA, they were going to make us use crowns for this too. So no failure. It's just going to be 100% tap using the essence of Dawn. So yeah, and here's the stats for these weapons right here. So we have the Tuvala main hand weapon. It's going to be 134 AP at Dec and 136 for the Tuvala Awakening. Sub weapon, no one cares. And then for the accessories, the Dec is going to be a 32 AP necklace or a 20 AP belt. So nothing too crazy here, but it's a good starting point. It's a easily obtainable starting point. Now let's go through the events really quickly. So the first one we have focus your knowledge. If you talk to your black spirit, you get this new energy burn option for 10 energy. You get this massive buff which gives you 50% knowledge gain chance and 10% chance of higher grade knowledge. If you haven't grinded out your ecology, this is a great time to do it. This is a massive buff, by the way, so really good time to grind that out. Then of course another season ticket was handed out, and with seasonals, of course, you have all these rewards you can trade in your seasonal currency for. So pretty good stuff. So this is going to be the family exchange loot table, and then this is the always available one. So yeah, good stuff here. Then we have the new class level up challenge. Of course, whenever a new class drops, they usually do something like this. So by completing the ascension, you earn these rewards. This little projector and this little showcase for the little devil weapon, the rocket launcher of Deadeye. So good stuff. And here's some notable things here. This is a pretty all-around buff here with the item drop rate, combat XP skill, breath health, the knowledge gain chance, higher knowledge gain chance. So pretty much everything in one. This outlaw of the wilderness thing. This will be removed in January 20th, so I'm guessing this is one of those equip items, right? I need to log in and check that too. So that's pretty big. And also there's all these other rewards, fail stacks and these buffs, the wild bourbon whiskey and western bourbon whiskey. We can take a look at what those give. The wild bourbon whiskey gives you 10 monster AP, monster damage reduction, combat XP, movement and attack speed to +5, 20% drop rate, knowledge chance, and lasts for 3 hours. And the Western Bourbon Whiskey is a life skill variant, so 100 life skill mastery, huge, and 50% life XP, 5 energy recovery, gathering item drop rate, and a lot of other stuff. So it's pretty stacked, nice buffs here. Then moving on, of course, you guys know, we already went through this. They're giving out the free tier 10. Once again, if you don't have any tier 10s, my recommendation is the Pegasus. If not, go with whatever you think you'll have fun with. So yeah. Then we have Season Dream. So the season server is gonna have 1,000% combat XP throughout, and you have 1+1 character growth, full boss. So that 1+1 is referring to that item, the Patricio's pocket watch. So you can take an alt and instantly ding it to 61, pretty much. So helps out with the family fame if you haven't leveled that out. So easy, low-hanging fruit there if you haven't leveled up your family fame. So good stuff. Then finally you have the world bosses. Looks like they're doubling the rewards. So basically you get 2 bundles instead of 1 for Garmoth and Vel. And then for the lesser bosses, you have double the drop rate for Karanda's Heart, Kudum's Power Stone, the boss weapons and enhanced boss weapons, and a double the quantity for the Neuver Scale. So all good stuff. And then of course you have the Old Moon boss steals coming back into the picture. So more rewards there. Here's all the stuff you can exchange the Old Moon boss steals for. So, you know, free stuff if you're doing bosses. So not bad. All right, some minor tweaks and changes for classes. Nothing major here, just fixing an issue for Musa. Changing how you can perform the Furious Chase and the Prime Furious Chase skill for Lan. And Dracania got a change to some of the momentum in her hits. So reduce the intensity of the momentary slowdown on hits. So, you know, that's cool. I always appreciate that PA can at least, this is the one thing I really do praise him for, constantly trying to improve the combat and making these tiny tweaks. Like, you know, Moose has been around how long and they're still working on things like that. So, you know, good for them. Good for them. Moving on, there's going to be some changes to the tagging system. This is actually pretty huge. Firstly, you can make your tag characters travel separately. They're not going to be spawning in at the exact same location every time. So that's pretty huge. You just do it by activating this. And when removing a tag, you don't have to have them in the same town. So, you know, if you tag them in Heidel, you don't have to take both. You don't have to take your characters back to Heidel to untag them. So that reduces half the headache, you know. That's not bad. And finally, this is the big one. They reduced the cost. Finally, you know, I've been waiting for this a long time because for years, I've been making videos saying, hey, please remove the tag cost and let us freely tag and stuff. You know, I understand freely tagging is a bit much, but this is a very small cost and I'm all for this. So previously, it took 1.5% of the central market price for main, sub, and awakening weapons, and 21,500 silver per each Caphra stone, and a minimum requirement of 20 Marnie fuels to tag and copy the gear over. Now it's changing from 1.5% to 0.15%. So this is huge. This is a big difference. If you see here, this person has Dec Sovereign Weapons and Pen Blackstar. It's only costing, instead of 450 Marnie fuel, it's costing them 45. So that's massive, you know. Now we can freely tag without much restriction there and copy gear over. I have over 1,000 Marnie fuel saved. I'm ready for this. So good stuff. Royal Workshop's gratitude token looks like there's a little exchange option here. So you can take all of these gratitude tokens and you can exchange it for the lesser buffs. It's a shame it's not the main big buff because it's such a rare occurrence that you get it in the Mainer Workshops too. They changed the Caphra Stone creation. Instead of doing 10 at a time, now you can craft 100 at a time. So that's pretty cool using the pure powder reagent. And they changed whale tendons to be craftable 10 at a time as well. So, processed 10 at a time. So that's nice. Changed some icons for Pen Blackstar boxes and changed some descriptions and yada, yada, yada. All right, this is another big one. So tier 10s. Previously we had fail stacks. Now we have Agris for this as well. And they also increased the effectiveness of the fail stacks. So if you already have fail stacks, don't worry. They're going to honor the previous fail stacks as long as there is a fail stack here, and they'll let those stay. So for example, to tap a tier 10, it's going to take 30 fails to get a guaranteed chance. And then if you previously had 25 stacks, it's going to remember the 25 stacks. So you just have to tap it 5 more times to get the free chance. If you already had 30 stacks, the next tap is going to make it 100% chance. And if you had more than 30 stacks, still the next tap is going to give you a guaranteed tier 10. So that's awesome. I know some of the folks, you know, back before they even had fail stacks for this, were like 60 taps deep. So, you know, it's what it is. So good stuff. And finally, I think this is the last one, I believe. So they're changing. They made a little bit of a update for the UI, so you can change the order of your characters a lot more easily through this button here. So that'll be able to, you know, help you keep your alts a bit more organized. And looks like the setting of the order is going to be saved into their archive as well. All right. And also the character creation, it's been improved. So if you're wearing any accessories or hats or something, they keep that on. For example, my Mystic, her hairstyle is the Mystic Bonha costumes hairstyle. There's no other hairstyle that is in the options that is similar to that. So I like that hairstyle. I've been using it ever since I made the character 4 years ago. Never took it off. So that's now when I'm doing the character creation or adjusting the look of the character, it's going to keep that hairstyle on. So it'll make it a bit easier. I know that was annoying when it goes back to a default hairstyle. Anyway, little things, right? Overall, I think this W patch, there's some good changes here, free stuff. So yeah, and take some time to go through the backstory of Deadeye if you're interested. I like the way they did this. They actually put some thought into it. Story's a bit basic, but you know, it's a good start. I always believe they need to make comics and tell the story of Black Desert in a different manner. That creates a bit more community interest in it and stuff. So yeah, all in all, solid patch. Check me out at twitch.tv/impansy. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this patch. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.